Well, hello everybody. My name is Justin Maclin. Thank you for Midwest Studio Productions for inviting me, and I'm here to talk about financial literacy. But at first, I want to talk about who I am. My name is Justin Maclin. I'm a son, a brother, a nephew, a grandson, a college student, and an advocate for my city. I work with the Running Rebels, and I'm an intern for Climb USA. And I want to talk about the amazing work they both do, starting with the Running Rebels. Shout out to Victor, Don Barnett, and Q also, who is an amazing cameraman. Those people, I've seen those people put countless hours into their community with tons of creativity and passion in many different unique ways, things that I've never seen any nonprofit has ever done. I've been around the YMCA, Boys and Girls Club, the Jewish Community Center, a lot of different places. But I've never seen someone who cares about our community like they do, just giving out unique opportunities. And I'm one of the ones who are fortunate enough to meet them. So, starting off talking about myself is working with the Rebels. One day I just decided to come up because I never heard about them before. And next thing I know, I got told, "Hey, you know what? You should come on one of the Saturdays." And when on Saturdays, the Rebels have an event where not even an event, they have people come in every Saturday who care about the community. And we talk about how can we make a change, make an impact in what we are doing. They have done so many great things to where they're trying to figure out how can we help these kids learn certain skills? How can we make them entrepreneurs? How can we add on to what they want to do instead of killing dreams? And that's rare for a lot of different places in companies. And with Rebels, oh man, where do I start? They have so many things going on, all the way to video production, all the way to marketing, to just helping out other people with their businesses who's really about it, and to giving out services like lawn care and etc. Giving kids opportunities to earn money in the right way. And going on to that, shout out to Rebels because they're the reasons why I'm with Climb USA, giving me opportunity. In the way I ended up at Climb is through the Rebels when I had a pitch competition on a business I was creating with the Rebels going hand in hand, going called Milwaukee Motion, which was to promote local businesses, which is currently under construction and on the way. I got ended up getting second place, even though I felt like I should have got first. But I did so well with the speaking, and I represented myself in such a way in the Rebels, where the CEO of the company, Bob Wynn, who was my mentor, he reached out to me and he wanted to put me through a pre-internship. And man, did he put me through it, through reading a book called Rich Dad Poor Dad, making me present over to in front of at least 50 people or 20, I don't know, but it was a lot. And man, did he put me on the spot all the time. And then I even shadowed him visiting schools. And it taught me a lot and it helped me really grow. And what Climb USA teaches is financial literacy, something that I found that is very, very important to our community. And when it comes down to financial literacy, It is probably one of the main roots of why we have so many problems here in Milwaukee, Wisconsin today. So, going over that, I'm going to start getting into the root of things on why financial literacy is important. The reason why it's important is it's a survival skill. It's a skill not many people know or understand. And it's really comes down to common sense. Whether if I should buy this or should I wait? Or can I get this product at a better price somewhere else? And on top of that, it's mostly investments. Investing is more than just putting your money into something and waiting for it to grow. Investing is whatever you do, whether you decide you meet a pretty lady and you decide to go on a few dates, that's an investment. If you work with a kid on his basketball game, on his skills and stuff, that's investing. You can invest with multiple things, whether it's time or money, and you can invest, in stocks. You can invest in material, businesses, people, and most definitely, you can invest in yourself. And that's where I started my road of really growing. I started investing in myself once my grandfather passed away when I was taking care of him. God bless his soul. He was a great man who taught me many things, but he was on my case all the time. So, and believe it or not, it was a time where he almost fought me over something very simplistic, like some rice. But we ain't gonna talk about that. But he taught me a lot of great skills. And one of those skills was expanding my horizon. And I give tribute to my cousin Kyle, Kyle Williams. Shout out to him. He just graduated law school. He's about to be an attorney. And he taught me so much on new things to do, things to try, wanting to go overseas, and really growing as a person. And that starts with investing in yourself. Investing in yourself starts with trying new things, reaching out to people, and not being afraid or having the courage. Having the courage, you can still be afraid, but it means you're still going to go through with something and do it. And my first step was to meet the CEO of my job at the Jewish Community Center. Shout out Mark Shapiro. He taught me a lot. He gave me a book called Dare to Lead, and it was very passionate. And he taught me a lot of things on how to be a leader. And as I talked to him, I found out that we shared many things in common. And those things that I learned about him and me that we had in common, it grew a beautiful relationship. And he taught me and he let me know so many things. And believe it or not, that's the person who led me to running Rebels. And he was just so excited for me to grow. And at that time, I ended up going back to college. I went to MATC. First semester got done. Almost got a 3 point, but it got messed up because a professor wasn't answering my messages. And he messed it up. I could have got a 3.5, but this next semester ended up getting the grades I wanted. And now I plan to aim higher and higher. And on top of that, I've got my tuition paid for just because I expanded my horizon, networking and talking to many different people. And now I have connections where I can easily get a job. I can easily find people to help me out on anything I want to do, whether it's a podcast like I'm doing now, or if I want to work with kids in my community, or if I want a high up job where I'm working in the office. I had many opportunities, almost worked for Northwestern Mutual, but in many other places too. But the jobs I have now working with the Rebels in Klein really, really doesn't even feel like a job. Feels like a passion project, if anything.
Can I ask a
And
question?
yeah,
With Climb, can you give us more about exactly what that program is about?
yes. So with Climb, we have a program that's teaching financial literacy, and not just financial literacy, is teaching people on how to invest in stocks. Not many people know about stocks, bonds, dividends, all that stuff. And a lot of people are afraid to dip their toes in the water with it. But this program is completely free, and it's a simulation of the stock market. And this simulation is not only identical to it, it's okay to mess up, it's okay to fail, and you get $100,000 in fake money, so you know how to really use the program and have fun with it. You can create a team. You can add your brothers, cousins, aunt, uncle, family, or friends. It can be anybody. You can have a team, and not only that, there's prize money too. So if you and your team end up getting first place, you can split $700. But after that, there will be more money for second place and third, and so on. And it's completely free. It's something I encourage everybody to do, and it is probably one of the most, and I gotta say, one of the best free programs I've ever seen when it comes to really helping out other people and teaching someone something that really matters. I know a few people who have stocks and bonds that grew from a couple hundred thousand, no, not even a hundred, tens of thousands of dollars all the way to millions, or thousands and hundreds and stuff like that. And it is absolutely amazing on what people do. And I'm getting into it too. So please join SME, Stock Market Experience, so you can enjoy the experience. And going on to that, talking about financial literacy. Financial literacy is very important for our community, and going on from kids to understand the difference of making investments, which I kind of did already talk about, but I'm talking
What's the
about
age group
the age group.
to join the
Oh,
workshops?
oh yeah, the age group to join the workshop is actually the age of like 10 years old, I would say, or 11. Uh, And adults can join, youth can join, and you can have mixed groups also. And it is a beautiful experience.
Oh, even like families.
Yes, your
Oh,
families
that
can
would be
join.
super nice.
Yeah, so I know I got my family in there. I don't know about you, but I know I put them on, so they got to cut me a little cheese if they win.
No, I think that would be a super nice activity for a family, especially for the summer. What's one of the in our culture, amongst our people, what's one of the biggest areas we have in a challenge in when it comes
Mm.
to financial literacy?
Financial literacy is how to use money. A lot of us don't know how to use money, and a lot of us are not good with money. It comes down to decision making. Not many people understand that decision making has a big part when it comes to using money. And they don't think about it because it's so, you use money unconsciously. You pay your bills, car note, this and that. But at the same time, you might waste money on something that is very meticulous that you don't need. Sometimes it could be alcohol. Sometimes you don't need a drink. Sometimes you can just need to stay home. Drugs can be one of them, which a lot of our kids waste it on, and so on forth to meaningless things that don't contribute to people. Whether it's something that's distracting you from what you need to do, and it doesn't need to be drugs. It could be something you don't need at the moment. Like it could be video games. It could be that sweet treat you've been craving here and there. But sometimes it's good too. But it's good to be moderate and really watch yourself. Not many people understand that. And was another good thing to talk about with that is not only with decision making, investing in yourself.
So at a young age, what's the best investment? Can I ask you that, or is that something you're saving for
Yep.
the workshop?
Yeah. That's perfect.
Okay.
Yeah. The best thing to do when you're investing in yourself is try things. Try numerous things. Be if something got you curious or interested or in just it is very intriguing to you, ask questions. Learn about it. If you see something you just curious about, just go up and ask someone. Even as an adult, you should do it. Never be afraid to ask a question and learn about something new. One of the things I'm passionate about is finding new things to do. And one of the things I'm trying to do is actually learn a second language, which is Espanol. I'm not confident right now to speak some, but I'll assure you I want to learn it. And then on top of that, I'm trying to go overseas.
You have a question. Do you offer money management courses outside of the financial, or is that a part? Money management courses, like showing the youth how to save each paycheck, and our kids need to be educated on that too. Is something she added.
Personally, I'm working on something like that on teaching kids where it's not just something boring where, they'll be there and they'll snooze, head nodding, talking about, and, I wanted to make it fun and intriguing. And I want it to be something relatable, not something where I talk their heads off or they just in there talking about thinking will this be over with. I want something that attracts people. So when I feel like I have the perfect thing that will attract them to financial literacy or make them want to learn more, that's when I will drop my course and make sure kids can learn a lot. And this will, like 9 times out of 10, be at the Rebels. At the but at the same time, this could be end up being at schools too. And so on with that, now I'm thinking about it. The best analogy when it comes to financial literacy and investing is like grooming a plant. A lot of times plants, they need their branches cut off. Sometimes they need water, sometimes they need sunlight, sometimes you don't need to water it. And patience. And that's the biggest thing.
What's the youngest stock? What the youngest you ever seen the youth investing in stock, and what's a good stock you think?
The youngest is,
Have you met? I'm sure there's super young.
man, I've seen newborns invest in stocks, believe it or not. And it's really the parents investing for the child. And they will put it in probably a bond, which is the S&P 500, which is one of the top 500 companies. And on top of that, there's no limit to when people can start investing. When it comes to kids, ask your parents, can you create an account for me? And when adults, go out, look it up, search it up, or come to us to learn more because we're experts who give at Climb USA who give free financial advice and let people know how to start up and how to make something happen.
Are you partnered with any banks?
Any banks?
Are you all partnered with any banks yet?
Um, I don't I don't think we are.
Okay, that would probably be something good to get into to for the youth to start bank accounts early or learning
Mhm.
how to well, they can't get credit lines unless
Yes,
their
but we
parents are.
push
So
and encourage them to find banks, and we can probably find something for them.
yeah,
So
I'm
that,
sure there's a bank that'll come in that that'll help set up accounts.
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, sure will.
So can you tell everybody how many people are on your a part of your team?
It's a part of my team. I don't have a team because I'm an intern, and basically with interns, we're going to be facilitating and we're going to be making sure everything goes smoothly and helping out people. And when it comes down to it, if I was on your team, you will most definitely win, but you wouldn't get any prize money or any rewards from it. So that's why I can't be on anybody's team.
Okay.
And
Oh, but there's with Climb, how many people are actively on that team?
so it can be up to like 4 people to as many as you want, but
No, I'm saying as far as the actual program, not the people that
oh,
are
the
going to attend.
program,
Yeah, the program.
there's like hundreds of people on there already.
Oh, so if we log on to this class, how many people would be instructors?
How many people would be
How many
instructors?
people would there be?
It
Yeah.
would be at least 6 of us.
Okay.
So it would be me, Janine, Janelle, one of the other interns I just met, very young and talented young lady. I can't remember her name exactly. Mr. Wynn and Kevin. And yes, those are the people that will be participating and be a part of it. And it is an awesome experience. And they're all very educated, very professional. And on top of that, they're people who are teaching and dropping gems where you're not going to get this type of knowledge in many different places.
You want to talk about the when it starts, when the classes
Yeah.
start, and read off, and then I'll actually drop the flyers in the chat.
Okay. So the classes start. The orientation starts next week Tuesday, and that's June 10th. Am I correct? Yeah, I believe it's June.
Yeah. So
Mhm.
classes start June 17th through August 5th.
Yes, yes,
Okay,
and it's
sessions.
then mhm.
Sessions are the committee time would be 1 hour per week. It's Zoom sessions
Yes,
Tuesdays at 4:30, and then
yep,
that's Central, and then 5:30 Eastern.
yes,
Outside work time would be about an hour a week. You create your own schedule, and you'll work on actual activities and curriculum.
yes,
And then you'll meet a team and talk about stock strategy and how to buy and sell.
correct.
And then there was team leader orientation that has participant orientation is June 10th, like you said. The kickoff meeting is June 16th, and then yeah, so it's every Tuesday. They say there's cash prizes, and again, I'll drop all this in the chat. Um, Anything else before we wrap up?
All I gotta say is, and when it comes down to this financial literacy thing, it's very important, and this is how we start making a change and a difference with our community. So everybody stay blessed, and thank you for tuning in.